Hey everyone, how are you? We're on week number 3, Principles of Management. Just wanted to get you an updated video. I apologize I couldn't get it out yesterday. I was dealing with a lot of this congestion from the allergies and it didn't sound very well. So I want to make sure I try to get a video out to you as soon as possible here during the beginning of the week. So here we are. Let's take a look at what we're doing. A lot of you have been right on, spot on. I've gotten a couple messages about this past due portion right here. I wouldn't focus too much on that. I'm not sure why that's coming out that way, but what we really want to focus on is here under the Lessons tab in our Principles of Management class. You can tell my screen is going to look a little different than yours. Yours probably looks a little more like this. If I click on lessons, this is what you're going to see. If I go to week 4, you're obviously not going to have access to this yet, but it kind of prepares you to what to expect. The discussions aren't put up yet. I put them according to where we're going, and I try to put up semi-modern stuff and not just outdated videos. So I try to find an appropriate video to fit that week. This week, however, we're in week number 3. I left week 1 open because the syllabus is in there. So I figured you want to have access to the syllabus and you'll keep that open for the rest of the semester. But week number 3 consists of, like always, our chapter 5 and 6 assigned work, which is going to look like that. And also a discussion, which is going to be based on a SWOT analysis. So the video that I added in there is a generic video that I found that kind of explains the SWOT a little more in detail for you. But basically, SWOT stands for strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Now, what I'm hoping you can do is after you watch the video and understand what a SWOT analysis is, you create your own SWOT analysis. Now, this could be a business concept that you are hoping to do, or it can be a company that currently exists in your neighborhood or somewhere that you know of, and you can run a SWOT analysis about that company. Now, of course, it's easy for you to just sit there and Google SWOT analysis of Kroger, but I don't want that. I know what Kroger SWOT. I want you to think through the process of what is Kroger, or not just Kroger, any company that you know of. What is their strength? What are some of their weaknesses? What are some of the opportunities that company might have, and what are some of the threats? The way a SWOT works is it's an environmental study of the area that you live in and the company, or not area, the area the business is in and the company itself. So the strength and weakness, the S and the W in a SWOT, is an internal perspective. It's not going to be externally found. It's going to be internally found. For example, in a SWOT analysis of Nike, when I think of their strength, it's probably brand recognition, strong marketing. They probably have good partnerships, deep pockets, financial stability. So those are internal strengths that they might have, but they also possess some weakness. For example, Nike no longer manufactures shoes. They basically outsource all that. And that could be viewed as a weakness. It could sometimes, in some occasions, be explained as a strength, but in the sake of our example, it can be viewed as a weakness. They can't change their product very quickly. They have to go through this whole process of third-party manufacturing. But then the opportunities, the O and the T in the SWOT, are external. What are some of the external factors of our business that could be opportunities? If Nike only did shoes, we can argue that some of the opportunities might be clothing line. Of course, we know that they do clothing, but I'm just trying to give you an idea. But what are some of the threats? Now, threats can be anything externally. It could be if we were doing business in America, and now with the new administration, exporting our product might be easier, but importing product to America might become a little more difficult. So that's a threat to our company. So I would like for you to do an analysis of a company, or of a company you've hoped to start, and tell me what the strengths, the weaknesses, opportunity, and threats are. Besides that, in our discussions, you all have been doing pretty well. Make sure you are completing those with careful thinking. Don't just add something in there. I don't want someone to lose points based on a weak discussion. Also, in our homework assignment, so of course, if I went to chapter 5 and I saw my work, the Learn Smart is really that portion where it just kind of forces you to go through and look at all the different, parts of the chapter. But the homework is very specific to certain questions. Now, there are some questions that you have to type out. Those questions will not be answered immediately, of course. I would have to go back in there and answer them or reply to them and grade them. So don't expect an answer the week that assignment has been assigned. I usually wait till that homework is closed, which is, as you know, Sunday night. And then Monday or Tuesday, I start grading that work for the week. So in regards to your homework, your grade will not show up to sometime mid to late following that closing date. So I know that we're used to a immediate response on some of this, but that I want to make sure that you are doing correctly. So I read through all the answers and make sure that they are on target. What else do I have for you? Let's take a look at what's coming up. Week 4, which will be kind of in the middle of this whole process. And then, of course, we entered week 5, which is going to be more of your chapter work and beyond the midpoint section of this course. Now, I want to make something clear because I think people get confused with this. This is an 8-week course. We do not slow down. We do not stop. We keep rolling. Even during spring break, we do not reduce the workload. We just keep on moving. I want to make sure you know that after week 4, I will close out all previous weeks and not return to them. So if you have work that you have fallen behind on for one reason or another, please contact me and let me know what you're going to do to catch up, because we are going to close out after week 4 all previous chapters for good, and we begin the last 4 weeks. So I would like for you to make sure you do that beforehand. Don't wait till the last minute to try to catch up. It will not happen. I will not open up anything from the midterm up once we pass it. It just makes it easier for me. It makes it easier for the student. I don't have to be going back looking for stuff that you might have done. It's all just makes the process so much simpler. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Other than the fact that, I appreciate your hard work and I think you guys are doing an excellent job. Let me know if there's something that I can do to support you. My number is 706-272-2952, and of course my email largueta@gntc.edu. I hope you're having a good time. I hope these videos give you sort of an understanding of what to expect and gives you an idea of where we're headed. And we will talk very soon, guys.